Hey, ladies and gentlemen, good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome aboard our market intel brief here at TOPGUN Options. A lot of volatility in the past couple months. There's the S&P 500 right there. Weak jobs numbers. What's the Fed going to do? Market implodes, bounces off this 150-day moving average down there. That's the red line on the S&P 500. And then kind of we've filled half the gap here. Let's go throw in the 100-day moving average, and let's see where the 100-day moving average is. And yeah, look at that. We almost kissed the 100-day moving average last week, and now we're getting a strong bounce. We're kind of oversold here, but we got a strong bounce up here close to the 50-day moving average, back to the 20-day moving average. Market's kind of in a holding pattern. We got the debate tonight with, of course, the two most capable people in the entire United States, who are going to have just a well thought out, reasoned debate tonight on the issues. God, I can't even say that with a straight face. But anyway, so we're kind of in S&P 500 is kind of in a holding pattern for that, but we're also in a pretty big holding pattern waiting for what tomorrow? We have CPI. That's the Fed's main inflation number year over year. The last print was 2.9. We're looking for cold inflation, man. And we beat it. We defeated inflation. Looking for a 2.6 print. Take a look at the chart here, folks. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Holy crap. Democrats. Inflation Reduction Act did nothing but caused inflation, right? Look at this. And then finally, it's starting to come down. And look at that. Just in time for the election. Oh, we're going to report some really awesome inflation numbers, right? Thursday, we get PPI. Another inflation indicator that the Fed uses. So as you can see with the S&P 500, we are in that holding pattern like I just talked to you about. Let me move this over the way here. Chart, S&P 500. As you can see, I mean, the past 5 trading days, that's Chipotle. Past 5 trading days, there we go. Kind of just in a range, bottomed out at 5,400 here, kind of topping out at 5,500 here. Just kind of hanging out, waiting for a catalyst to either go higher or to implode lower. A lot of potential catalysts going on here. We have, essentially a foregone conclusion that next week the Fed is going to cut 25 basis points, but the market is trying to wag the Fed, right? The tail wagging the dog. They're trying to get the Fed to buy off on a 50-point cut. But if you look historically, the last time the Fed started cutting and came out of the gate with big cuts of 50 basis points, look at this, 2007, 2011. Look what happened a year, 2, 3, 4 years afterwards, man. Look at that. So that's why they might be a little leery right now to go, yeah, we're just going to come out big and cut 50. I think 25 is baked in. 50 would be a little shocking. But with, people like this kind of wink, wink, nodding at the Fed saying, hey, if it is a 50, we're not going to freak out. If it is a 50, I would freak out internally and go, okay, what are they seeing? So it's actually worse. Things are worse than the Fed and the government clearly are telling us, and they had to cut deeper at 50. So technically the market should freak out a little bit, like, whoa, why are they going big right out of the gate? But net, I think the market that would be a knee-jerk reaction, maybe a holy crap, what are they not telling us? And then it's off to the races. When interest rates are low, stocks will grow. When interest rates are high, stocks will die. So I think even though things are kind of bad, inflation is still high, jobs are softening, all sorts of stuff going on, I still think that we're going to see a rally through the election, right? So we have last week in a joint brief on Tuesday, we placed a bearish double vertical on the S&P 500 that made like $3,000 in 3 days. So S&P imploded. And then we have a bullish double vertical on the S&P 500 that makes money if or when the S&P goes up. So this is what I call dog fighting the S&P 500, which is exactly what we're doing. Doesn't matter if the market's going up or down, we can potentially profit. That's the power of working here at TOPGUN Options. Speaking of that, I mean, it's in 2 weeks, but September 23rd through the 26th, we're going to do our next full throttle training. We open up the doors once a quarter, more or less, to invite potentially new members. We invite them into our regular trade briefs, and you all can check us out. go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. Okay, go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. And I'll give you access to a full week of live trading and training to show you what we're doing here at Top Gun Options, showing you how and what I'm trading going into this election season, man. We could see a massive rally into the election, and depending on what happens, sell the news, all sorts of stuff going on. We briefed in Solo Amazon yesterday that the Santa Claus rally that usually happens end of October, November, up into Christmas might be pulled forward. Amazon, hell, there's Christmas trees in Costco already. Amazon, Costco, all these retailers are starting to pull forward Christmas this year because of the election. A lot of uncertainty around the election, so a lot of these retailers are doing kind of Christmas in September right now to try and lock in those sales before there's potential volatility happening. So I'm really looking forward to this full throttle. This is going to be awesome, perfectly timed right in front of the election. Go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. Hey, make sure you go to YouTube and you subscribe to the Top Gun Options page. We need a hell of a lot more than 4,000 subscribers. I've been shadow banned on YouTube, folks. If you've been following me for a while, you know I got told the truth about COVID, whenever you tell the truth about anything, YouTube throttles you or shadow bans you. And I guarantee, because people are like, hey man, this doesn't work on YouTube for you or whatever, you got to follow me. So follow Top Gun Options on YouTube, subscribe to this page and help us out. And also do me a favor, help out our non-profit, No Fallen Heroes. Go subscribe to the No Fallen Heroes page. And you should be watching all the content on there anyway. Really powerful podcast from last week. A 30-year law enforcement officer, police officer from Atlanta and Suffolk County in New York. Big dude, big as a tank, found healing with plant medicine about 2 years ago. So really, really great content here on the No Fallen Hero site. We need a hell of a lot more than 683 subscribers. If you subscribe to the Top Gun Options YouTube channel, you have got to subscribe to the No Fallen Heroes channel as well. This one from a couple weeks ago was just absolutely fantastic. Breaking 30 years of sexual trauma in 8 hours. If you don't believe that, you didn't listen to this debrief. It is absolutely possible. So make sure you please follow both YouTube channels. We need your help, especially since the Top Gun Options one is throttled and shadow banned by the nipple ring purple hair folks at YouTube. I need all the help we can get. And finally, WizBuckley.com is airborne. Many of you know I spoke on the speaking circuit for a decade and a half, almost 20 years, internationally recognized speaker, best-selling author, been from the front lines to the front office. Took a couple years off to get the foundation airborne. Now that the foundation is airborne and at cruise altitude, I want to get back to my other passion, motivating and creating high-performing teams. So if you got a corporate event, you need an MC, a keynote speaker, motivational speaker, anything like that, or you want to do the ultimate team building event with a dogfight experience, I'm your guy. Go to WizBuckley.com and you can book me for upcoming events. You can go to the keynote page and see some of my previous keynotes and also some of the previous clients that I've worked with in the past. Really excited about this. And this helps out Top Gun Options. How? Because when I'm out there doing consulting for all these different industries, I get to see what's going on. Not only in that industry, but the overall economy, what businesses are doing, who's hiring, who's firing, what's going on. So back in the day when I was speaking a ton and doing Top Gun Options, man, we really crushed it. So help me help you. So let's get me back out there on the speaking circuit so I can really dig in to what's going on in corporate America. Okay? All right, folks. Big debate tonight. Grab the popcorn, and then inflation numbers tomorrow morning and also Thursday morning. And I'll be back with another sit rep later in the week. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you're hedged. Fights on. Namaste and Basi. Basi. Basi means truth in Bawiti. Wiz out.